other lights broke, and so I'm using some of my lights that I got for like proper filming and production. So it's a little bit of a shift. Anyway, hey Virgo, like one of my fave astrologers, Lunatic Astrology, Lori Lythian, says, I am one of you. I'm a Virgo moon. And I totally res with the Virgo energy. It's one of those things that the more you learn about astro, you can sometimes like pick up traits in people that you're like, Virgo, that's a Virgo vibratory. So hey Virgo, let's get into your reading for July 2024. You can book private readings. You can do yoga and meditation with me online. And of course, feel free to check out the merchandise, the products that I enjoy creating. Most of it just has splashes of love everywhere. Why not? And I collab with a company called Simil Rapanui, so it's all organic, zero waste packaging, and aligns with the brand, which is great. And all right, let's get into it. So divine guidance, loving clarity. Thanks for being here, you guys. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Divine guidance and loving clarity for all my Virgo lovers. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Move, getting a car, making a purchase here. A greater sense of autonomy I'm getting. Some of you guys might be walking away from something. The Eight of Cups. Super intuitive. I'm feeling like something might be kind of coming out of the blue a little bit. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, Tower moment, Queen of Wands. So there's some people coming in here. Very magnetic energy and abundant energy. So there's a money power play, but you're walking away from something. What are you walking away from, Virgo? Possibly a person, a fire sign, King of Wands reverse. Something wasn't working. Yeah, like this is worky stuff, work stuff, being in a job, being in a position. King of Wands could be the boss or a colleague. Pardon me. And it kind of, the Hierophant's making me think of like, so you see the key, the car, that you were maybe offered an opportunity or like, hey, do you want to take on more work for less money or something ridiculous? And you're like, no thanks, I'm out. And it looks like you kind of turn your back and walk right into something like way better, possibly working with a Queen of Wands, or you're embodying Queen of Wands energy. I'm hearing something about side hustle. Some of you could have been like working a job and then having a side hustle behind the scenes, and now you're kind of like walking away from the job to like let that side hustle kind of grow for you. Because the Hermit, High Priestess, there's some potent, powerful energy here. The Tower is giving me a sense of like some of you have gone through like, I'm hearing bust up for some reason, like a bust up with an Emperor or a bust up with a King of Pentacles. I need more clarity on this. Because the Tower, this energy is also to me dictating your choices with regards to the situation, like why you're walking away from something. Like, I've been through too much, or I know this situation, or it just doesn't feel right. Too much work, not enough money. I'm putting too much into this and not getting anything back. And again, you turning your back on that situation, if it's resonating, is bringing in more magnetism, or maybe even more boldness, more risk taking. Meaning that a few months ago, I'm pretty sure Lee Harris, there's a YouTuber, like spiritual channel or whatever, and he was saying that about some of the energy dynamics kind of flipping or changing. So if you've often been really quiet and reserved, you're really coming into your own. You're being asked to express more, to be more bold, to share more. So you be You might be making some bold moves for you because like you're always the reliable one, or like you're so the tower, like the shakeups, like your perspective change, even though it might be a bit difficult or feel like, how am I going to handle this? Or how am I, because it's so out of my nature, I'm going to have to be really intuitive, or I'm going to have to express myself more. Or I'm going to have to put that on the table. Or it's like coming out of the closet. It's like showing people something and you're like, oh God, that's going to be, people might not expect it, but that's you and your power. It's kind of like this undeniable shift. It's like somewhere deep down inside you knew it was coming and you're like, I got to walk away from the situation. I'm burning out. Like I'm just working and working and working and putting all this into it, and this person is like lording shit over me but not really putting in the work or not really doing anything. I mean, like, yeah, do you want more responsibility? Here's the keys, or let's work it this way and take it to the next level. And you're like, no thanks. Because you turn your back on a situation where there might have been an offer on the table, there might have been an exchange of like taking things to another level, but all the pinnacles are reversed where you're like, no, because nothing's really coming back in the way that I want. Meanwhile, you've been like on this maybe little side hustle, like focusing on something or wanting to make more money, and like you by walking away from the situation that's burning you out, you manifest more money. And again, the high priestess, central, hermit reverse, is like you're having to like really, really trust the intuition, really, really trust your connection versus the connection to other people or like seeking externally. Because something you've been through in the recent past has like shaken things up big time. You're feeling internally, probably feeling really powerful. And it's like having the power to then lead from that place of integrity, boldness, and not being afraid to say what you mean or put yourself out there more. It's like if you the side hustle, whatever it is, painting, knitting, I'm getting for some of you, like creating something to put out in the world, make a business out of it, whatever it might be, putting yourself out there, your messaging, it's kind of like out of the blue and not what you thought, and then here you are doing it and you're actually generating more pentacle. 9 of Pentacles, self-made energy, super abundant. And again, this is like a quite singular energy for my Virgos here. So I don't, at the minute, I'm not getting a vibe of, love dynamics or anything like that. I always read these though, like I like looking at people autonomously, even within relationships. It's still, there's, of course, for some of you, you could be in a long established relationship, but this is where you're at, right? And some of those types of dynamics are so secure that we just know, like, whatever we're having to make a move on, walk away from, will be supported within them. I think you've just maybe gone through something where you're like shattered, exhausted, burnt out. Because personally, I would say like the burnouts and these sort of patterns will bring us tower moments. If we work ourselves to the bone, usually we're going to work it to the point of like near death, feels like near death, or just super exhaustor. Hence where we're having to walk away from those patterns, working for people we don't align with, feeling like we're overworked and underpaid, feeling like we're having to give too much for too little, like then somebody being like wanting us to take on more. It's like, no thank you. This is you wanting to really recommit also to like a deeper spiritual practice, probably. Those sorts of energies, I would say too, we often have to clear these more toxic cycles or overburden cycles or the cycles that lead to burnout. Like we have to go through them, blah, blah, blah. And then walk away from them, heal and clear some stuff before I think we really start to like even seed the new, but like ground in to then like allow the new energies to flourish. So just be patient with yourself as well. Be grounded and kind of, because the Queen of Wands energies, like all the Queen and Kings are like, they're super grounded, right? And yet they have their own energetic signature. So the wand is very bold and also mysterious, tantric. There's a star quality, like quite shiny. Plus, she's generating 9 of Pentacles. So this female here is abundant. And I'm hearing like, you know this. And again, I'm kind of interpreting this more as like a part of you. Your North Star. The Star card is here. It's like you're walking away from old energies. I'm hearing something about abandoned energies or energies that like are a deception of power, like not true power in your esteem. So you're walking away from that to move into this, like, I'm hearing that song like Starry, Starry Night, like, but at the same time, 9 of Pentacles, you're gonna make money, make money, because you're intuitively guided. And there's this manifestation card again. It came through for the Leo. Actually, I'm going to shuffle that again. So let's get this. So this would be from the final tarot deck, certainly, to look at the divine guidance and loving clarity. What are the other themes or messages that want to come through for the Leo in this phase of walking away and finally, because you somehow, even if if I take that 7 of Pentacles into account, it's like you've been you've been working, work. You've been putting stuff in, because you would have been like, this King of Wands, all this 8 of Pentacles. This gives me a feeling that for some of you, this is a job. Like, you've been working like 9 to 5, putting the time in, doing the thing, like just, and you're aware of like, this isn't going to sustain me. Like, I'm never going to be able to work my way up, or like, it's just never going to be enough money. So hence the side hustle thing. And it just looks like this month, or at some point, or even like moving into this month, you're ready to walk away. You're walking away. You've walked away. And you're ready to put everything you have into like your thing. And it might feel a bit out of character for some of you. For some of you, it's like putting yourself out there in a way that you've never put yourself out there, and it feels almost out of character. But it's your North Star. It's like, oh fuck, I'm like destined to do this. I have to do this thing. And it can feel like that. That like, oh, really, universe? Really, you want me to do that? Huh? Cringe. It's like, but we all cringe. We are all cringe. We're all gross, and we're all beautiful, and we're all whatever, these divine expressions of hellish Shazam. Like, what? So I did pull the 9 of Birds, and that's next to the 9 of Wands, right? And that's what I'm saying about getting out of some of these energies, having to clearly move away, process, and clear enough to feel the kind of higher vibes and feeling more guided by the stars versus being anxious. That's where all, again, like the slowing down, the healing, the crying, the emotional stuff, and then maybe some journaling or lighting candles or going on a little retreat, or just like this reconnecting to a part of us that's probably been forgotten for a while, so that we feel in alignment with our true North Star, with our true North Node, kind of thing. Okie dokie, the Virgo. I'll probably look up that energy as well. So there is this sense of overcoming sorrow. And there's sometimes the letting go energy, even though we know we need to walk away from things, that can be bittersweet. There can be a bit of emotional processing with regards to like, oh, dang, I'm never going to be that person again, or I'm never going to see those people again, or I'm not ever going to be in that situation again. Great. Definitely the right move, but still this like, oh, kind of sad about You know, like bye-bye overworking. Because there's a clearing, there's a kind of like making space for the moreness, i.e. joy and money and all the stuff. Oh, I didn't notice that card, the Rebel. Yeah, okay, the Rebel card. That's that other layer of where you guys might feel a bit, if you've been used to working and following orders, and suddenly you don't have to do that, that can feel rebellious. I'm thinking of the you know, those movies where people work in offices and then they're like, I'm out. You know, who's coming with me? That is it, Jerry Maguire, that kind of vibratory. Not not that that's you, but there could be for you a sense of like rebelling against the system or rebelling against the old way, that is you really fully in your power and expression, but because you've hidden it for so long or you've been away from it for so long, it might feel a little out of character, but it's more authentic for you. Certainly when I'm looking at this reading, because that Queen of the Queen of Wands is like you embodying something that allows you to be more secure in this physical dimension. Because the Nine of Pentacles, the earth energy, you're Virgo, embodying and putting yourself out there in a way that might initially feel like, hey, but it's grounded. Queen of Wands is grounded. She's on her seat. She's on her throne. She knows herself. She knows her worth. So she's generating that worth from a grounded perspective. Like, I'm hearing like this Nine of Pentacles means business. This Nine of Pentacles like knows what's going on, knows what she's doing, and so you're doing it. That card has, I do get a strong kind of Libra Cancer energy here. This is the Libra. This is balancing ourselves. I also pulled the Divinity card. I'm just going to have me a little sipples of coffee. And I'm looking up, I don't know these ones as well, and I enjoy looking at the write-up to learn, and I'm curious about the intuitive nudges as well, how they line. So I was saying about this like finding our own essence, right? And so this, and now she's come through in the reverse, right? You have given your all to a person. Now, I would interpret it, yeah, that's maybe the boss, but an institution, a job, a way of life. You've given your all to a thing or a person, but you have been questioned, criticized, and not treated with the respect you deserve. Though you truly want to make this person happy, or you know, you'd really like to do the work, it's time to walk away and choose yourself. Booyakasha. I added the booyakasha. This person will never change, and the only thing that can change is you. By stepping away to preserve yourself, you are choosing the love and healing vibration of this planet. After Sita showed her loyalty to her husband Ram by jumping into the fire, he still questioned and tested her. She said, "If I have always been faithful to Ram, may the earth receive me." And she sank into the earth, never to be seen again. When kindness isn't honored, it disappears. So Virgo, this is an aspect of, I would say, like, again, very generally or broadly speaking, I would say there's an aspect or like a very core underlying belief system around like servitude and being of service and working hard for people and putting everything you have. And I feel like this is a big turnaround, a pretty radical perspective shift for a lot of you around like choosing yourself. Like the Sita says, like, you're still going to have a lot to give, more, probably way more to give, by, in this situation now, choosing yourself, prioritizing yourself, getting yourself into the earth, right? Knowing your worth. That rhymed. Embodying a little bit more of that star essence, which can be scary, nerve-wracking, right? But you've got the balance, you've got the divinity and the divine connection. And looking at some of the densities, like, you've cleared a lot, Virgo. There's a lot of, like, getting through exhaustion, getting through anxiety and mental despair and grief, attuning to your spiritual wisdom, following your North Star. And if it's not already, like, right on the cusp or happened, this month is you seeing you walk away from something and really coming into your own. Again, you might feel a bit rebellious, but I'm kind of getting a bit excited, but I'm like, there's so much, like, info there that it's like, and being in awareness of, like, not making decisions when we're mega depressed, but similarly not making decisions when we're, like, excited and a bit ungrounded. Those are some personal lessons in the business game where it's like, yeah, both polarities, it's usually not wise, as in simply my experience. Making important decisions and you're either depressed or excited, usually not the best. You want to be really neutral and, like, well, neutral, centered, right? I believe, that's, I would say, part of the learning continuum. Okay, Virgo, you guys are awesome. Love you guys so much. Have a great month of July. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, help a sister out, buy some merchandise, share the video, support small businesses and all that jazz, for people who genuinely care. Make the world a better place for you and for me. Thanks for being my internet friends, you guys. I'll look forward to hearing from you, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next month and or in the daily readings. Take care, everybody. Peace out.